Good morning. I'm doing my informative speech now. My topic is alcohol, a metaphor in Chinese culture. Um, Now, I'd like to talk about the alcohol in China. Our traditional culture has enjoyed a high level of civilization, and all visitor to our country was impressed by um, our country's 3,000 years um, cultural treasures. And the alcohol in China named 酒 um, has occupied a very important status in Chinese traditional culture since ancient time. And our ancestor used the 酒 to um, they used it as a libation to show their respecting to their forefathers, and they also enjoy it while they writing the poetry. So till now, as the old saying goes, um, frequent drinking makes friends surroundings. Um, the alcohol always goes together with delicious food, and on the occasion when relatives and friends are um, relative and friends when you guys the have a meeting, and you will have a dinner together, and alcohol is intimately connected with life with most people. Um, so I think it's kind of a link between you and me. And there are varieties of uh, there are varieties account um, in ancient Chinese books, while we found it has many things relative to the alcohol. Among this story, we can find maybe the um, maybe it isn't true. It's just a legendary. Um, but we can see it from the history. The alcohol is very important, and many maybe it's not probably credible in historical sense. Um, Maybe someone is good at brewing, and maybe the wine in your places have a good flavor. And it both can make you or this place famous. Um, and now there's also a wine is named after a famous people who is good at in brewing. And this kind of wine is 杜康酒. Um, Also, um, uh, actually, there is archaeological evidence of alcohol production 7,000 years ago in agricultural communities along the Yellow River. And on the basis of this, some archaeologists evidence some archaeologists deduce that the earliest crops were cultivated for the brewing of alcohol, rather than the purpose food. However, the historical record clearly suggests that in the Shang dynasty of the 16th century BC, the use of grain to make the alcohol had become widespread, and then the development of the Chinese brewing technology has accelerated, and then it passed down through the generation. Um, Also, if you look up into our Chinese literature, you can find drinking was highly praised by many famous poets. This part of culture is full of magic. Being drunk and in the state of free creativity was important so that Chinese artists would release themselves and forget that forget that those pressure and unpleasant just get them full focused on the create process, and then the amazing, the imaginative and creative idea will show up. Um, Also, the calligraphy saint Wang Xizhi, he had tried dozens of times tried to surpass his most outstanding and outstanding work, the Lanting Xu. It's a passage which is very famous in Chinese literature history. And he was finished when he was drunken, and he never succeeded because the original one was the best. He he made the artwork when he was drunk. So I think it's also somehow it's also has a bond with two things: the state of being drunken and create a new thing. Um, we can't even count how many people have left the surprising and marvelous piece work after they have the mysterious liquor um, and as a metaphor um, of happiness and congratulations, the alcohol is still the alcohol it can be harmful because if you drink too much it's unhealthy and it do harm to your body. It's a disaster if you have too much. The excessive drinking can cause many mentally problem or physical problem. So in China, we are not allowed to drink wine until we are grown up. And school have school rules. Government take measures to deal with the public, prevent them from the alcohol abuse. And there is also laws about it. Um, and the Chinese are used to drinking their wine at dinner. Different from the Western country, they drink the wine for fun. Um, Chinese people drink the alcohol during their meals, and the history of alcohol can no. Uh, if we at a banquet, we will turn to toast the host, raise our glasses, and say "ganbei." This word means button up, and also celebrate something means. So as far as we know, the history of alcohol has a long history, and it can be dating from thousand years ago. It helped artists create artworks. It's like a link between you and your relative or friends. It's a product of Chinese agricultural development. It has too many functions that I can't name it all. Um, but the alcohol, it is a metaphor in Chinese culture. For every Chinese, I think it means a lot. Thank you.